Hi, it's Graham Abbott speaking. Welcome to LightYear Docs. Today, we're going to look at doing a self-managed superannuation fund. Now, if I go into the document categories, you can go down and have a look at in the SMSF, establish, maintain and upgrade. There's quite a few different styles of self-managed super fund, from a QROPS, which is a qualified, recognised overseas pension scheme, enabling a UK resident to transfer monies to Australian SMSF, to our leading member, which is going to be the subject of a completely different video. Now, in this one, we're going to be doing our simple SMSF establishment. So you can see there's a simple SMSF deed of variation. We've got two here, SMSF establishment with an individual trustee or SMSF establishment with corporate trustee. So we'll have a look. They're both going to be much the same, obviously just different trustees. So I'm going to start the document. I've already set up that corporate trustee. It's a special purpose SMSF corporate trustee. So I'm going to call this the Smith family SMSF. Now you'll see when we get into this, so this will now bring up the system. You'll see in here, we're a little bit different from everyone else. I want to cover that. So let's go through the document setup. So this is the Smith family SMSF. You can put in your own logo tag. My one is Abbott-Family lawyers because that's who I do some work for. So it's the Smith family super fund. When's the date going to be established? So it's going to be when you actually execute it or sign the document. So let's assume the client's coming in on the 26th of November. What state applies? Because it is a trusted law, so the various state trust acts apply. You don't have to worry about the rule against perpetuities, the 80-year rule, because all self-managed super funds, the rule against perpetuities does not apply. So once you set them up, which I'm doing now, they go forever. So we've set up the company, and it's a special purpose one. We will be incorporating both very shortly. Put the street line address in there. Sydney, New South Wales, 2000. Now, each member needs to be a director, unless, of course, and this is really important, that the unless one person's an attorney of another under an enduring power of attorney. So then you could, for example, just have one director and 4 members, assuming that director has the other's enduring power of attorney. Here we're going to go 2+ directors. So I just choose 2 there, confirm that, and that will now bring up a couple of boxes. So I've got John Smith, and the other member is Sally Smith. Now, we want them to both sign, so I click those boxes. I go next there. Okay, now you can see here, this is unlike anywhere else because most people will do a member application. Here, we've got John James Smith. Now I can choose this, see where it says select, because I've already put that address in there. I just go down and I'll press select, and so that then pops up that address. Now I'm going to add another initial member. Again, I'm going to go select, but this time it's going to be Sally Ann Smith. So that's the second member. Now this is different. You will not see an application form, because when I go in and show you the document, it's because the members themselves are party to the deed. It's a lot stronger than the member application form. There is no way anyone could ever argue that they're not members of the fund. Whereas if you sign an application or you make a mistake on the application form, then the person will never have been a member of the fund. So member of the meeting, so where the members have a meeting, which generally is not the case, you've got 2 choices. Does every member get a vote with a chairman casting vote, or is it going to be based on proportional vote? So let's just go here, a vote each with the chairman casting. So these are all the people who are going to sign the document. So now I'm just going to finish this document. I'll probably should have saved on the way through. Again, I don't listen to my own advice sometimes, but up will pop this document and then we'll have a quick look. As I said before, you're not going to find an application form. There are application forms for superannuation funds in the system, but that's only post the establishment. So the SMSF trustee establishment of the Smith Family Superannuation Fund, you can see there's the ATO trustee notification, product disclosure statement, the rules of the fund, and the deed of establishment. So we go through the disclaimer. So here we've got the Smith Family Super Fund, and then you've got the initial fund members, John James Smith and Sally Ann Smith that we had before. So if we have a look here, by execution of this deed, the trustee signifies his consent to be appointed as initial trustee of the fund, as well as initial members of the fund. The trustees acknowledge that they have read the rules of the fund, the product disclosure statement, agree to be bound by them. Okay, so essentially there, when we go through the process there, the members are, as you'll see, executed by the parties, the trustees and the initial members. So they're actually party to all of these governing rules. So you can't get any stronger than that, than an application. So then we go down the track and you'll see it's quite a very strategic deed. We then go into what we call a product disclosure statement. And then there's the declaration which needs to be done for each of the directors. So we need to send that off. You'll also need to do an ABN TFN for a self-managed super fund. Easiest way to look at that. Because they generally take TFN for SMSF. So when we go through there, you'll see here, so this is the ABR registered fund. So go on this link here, and then there's a special register your SMSF and apply for an ABN. At this stage, it generally takes 28 days plus to complete. So it's not a difficult one. So just go through this process and you'll be, well and truly up on it. It doesn't take that long. Anyway, that is our process. You've got obviously the self-managed superannuation fund when you set up, exactly the same with the individual trustee. It's Grant Abbott signing off.